Hey guys, it's Neil here. Stop
Okay,
touching me. Hey guys, it's Mel here. Alright, get out of the frame. I didn't make a video. Hey everyone, hope you're well. So it's been quite a while since I've sat here and made a video. And to be honest, I was kind of losing touch with my passions until a slightly significant life event kicked my ass and got me to make these again. As you can guess from the title, yep, I lost my job. And it got me thinking about my YouTube journey and my social media journey and how I never really touched on my career or what it is that I do, despite it being such a long and big part of my life. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to open up that conversation with you, talk about my experience and see if some of you can relate, and hopefully if some of you have your own stories to share, you can relay your wisdom on myself so I can learn from you. Please chuck that in the comments below after this video is done. So I'll give you guys a little background. I was a mechanical engineer that was made redundant after the 2020 pandemic absolutely smashed our industry. And I was pretty surprised because I never really expected to be made redundant at such an early stage of my career around the age of 25. And some of the first things that I thought about was like, oh my God, like we literally just got married, settled on our mortgage and moved into our new place. How am I gonna pay the bills? How am I gonna save for the wedding? What's my family and friends gonna think? But another question that came up was, okay, so what's next? Because although I was shocked, I was also a little bit relieved. You know, I went through high school never really knowing what I wanted to do, so I focused on the maths and sciencey subjects. And while that's great for problem solving and critical thinking and all that, I kind of wish that I did some business as well, because that has a lot of skills that traverse different industries and gives you a backing and context to running your own business or getting into like other fields like sales and marketing and that kind of thing. So if I could go back, I'd probably force myself to do that. Anyway, straight out of high school, I jumped right into uni. No break, no gap year, no time to actually sit back and reflect and think about, okay, so what is it that I really want to do? So then I jumped into the first degree that caught my attention that was related to my subjects. I did a 4-year degree in mechanical engineering. Now halfway through, I was kind of questioning, is this right for me? And then I got jobs in sales where I was selling to customers, building relationships with them and understanding their needs and wants. So that got me more fascinated in consumer psychology, marketing and sales and that kind of thing. So by the 3rd year, I was like, oh yeah, look, I'm really not enjoying this. I don't know if it's for me. But then I made a commitment to myself and said, all right, I've got 1 more year left. I'm gonna absolutely smash it out. So that's exactly what I did. I got the grades that I wanted. And I knew that if I could get through that, which was the hardest thing in my life at the time, and one of my biggest weaknesses, then I could overcome anything. So when I finished uni, I had an awesome opportunity at an amazing company. When I wasn't getting all these grad roles, I was applying for everything and not getting anything. But then I got an internship. And that was for 3 months. And then I rolled over into the graduate program and then eventually into the professional level. So I was there for quite a few years. And although I made a lot of friends and learnt a ton, I must say at some point I did realize that, you know, maybe this isn't 100% for me. But as life goes on, things just happen and life hits you like a freight train. And in my case, that was getting engaged, saving for the wedding, wedding planning, house planning, settling on our mortgage. So there were some key milestones in my life that were happening at that time. And I started to get comfortable and complacent as I'm doing good at my job, getting positive feedback, and it's bringing in money to pay the bills. So you do get quite comfortable. So pretty much while I was in the middle of it, I kind of felt like my passions were escaping me and I was slowly getting dragged into the rat race. So by the time I got the news, I'd already been through quite a lot leading up to this point. So I knew that if I can get through that, I can definitely get through this. And to be honest, I really did feel almost re-energized, definitely more in control at this point than any other point in my life. And that's simply because now I have the opportunity to reflect on what I need to do, and it's an opportunity to step back, reassess, and figure out exactly where I want to go. So I spoke with some of my senior colleagues and got some wisdom before I left. Some told me enjoy a little break because they haven't had one in over 10 years. Others told me that they're happy to be let go because if they weren't, they probably would have stayed there their entire career and done the same job day in and day out. Finally, some others told me to frame it like an opportunity to step back and think about whether I enjoy this, is this what I want to do, what else am I interested in, and treat it as a redirection of sorts to see where you want to go from this point. So on my last day of work, I woke up super early. Something just clicked, mostly because I had to take a piss, but when I came back to bed, I looked at the time and I was like, oh, you know what, this is really weird for me, because back in the day when I was working full time and going to the office, not working from home in this pandemic era, I kind of felt like I was in a bit of a rut. So I did this 5 a.m. challenge where you wake up super early for like 30 days in a row and you build a little morning routine for self-development. You dedicate some time to yourself. During that time, I found that I grew 10 times faster than any other point in my life. And that's simply because I was allowing myself and giving myself that time in the morning to grow before I started anything else. In fact, I highly suggest you guys check out this book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. That's where I got the routine and got the idea. So my brain started ticking away and I was like, okay, so over the next few weeks or the next few months while you're applying for jobs, what tone do you want to set in this time that you've got here? Do you want to just passively go by, or do you want to change your life and do something brand new? So it kicked me out of bed and I just retouched with my morning routine. I did some reading, I did some journaling and took a walk outside, really digesting everything that had happened, because when you lose your job, there's a lot of consequences that follow which you may not realize straight away. And during that time, I felt inspired. I felt really motivated to reconnect with my passions, like making YouTube videos and even starting up a new podcast called The Thought Party, which is in the works. So I'll let you know probably in the description once it's ready. And for you, that might be completely different. I think it's really important to take action and make a plan while you've got time away from work. I think it's a key part in building resilience, because it's important to stay strong, but part and parcel of staying strong is by taking action and keeping that momentum going for something else and for something new on this new journey, you know what I'm saying? So I'm making a promise to you guys that I will be uploading more content. I've recorded a ton over the past 2 years, just getting ready up to the moment where I'm actually gonna post it. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you got something out of this. If you can relate to it, drop a comment below. Please share your stories. If you've gone through the same thing, it would be awesome if you can impart some of that wisdom on me, just seeing where you were before and where you are now, whether that was losing your job, getting made redundant, even having a career change, and what that meant for you. So yeah, I look forward for you guys to join me on this new journey of mine, and I will keep you posted. So until next time, cheers guys, peace.